Welcome back to the program. A lot of debate, a lot of controversy about these things here. About the emails. A lot of perspective. A lot of things. Ultimately, your job as a head football coach, I'm going to talk from two perspectives here. As an Ohio State fan, as a fan, you can insert any team into this. If you was a USC fan, if you was a Florida fan, you're a Texas fan, Michigan fan, whatever. The expectation that you have out of your football team, number one, from your head coach, is to be able to win games. That is the number one expectation. It starts there and it stops there. That's the buck. Your job is to win football games. However, what truly is going on with these things here? I think, or I'm predicting, Tressel, out of careness of his players, wanted to, keep it low, which is why you see some things, some details such as, make sure you don't call, make sure the players don't call the guy on the cell phone, so that when federal investigators know about this, they can't trace the numbers tracking the players. But here's a couple other possibilities here. Could it be a possibility that Tressel was not the only one that knew about this? Being open-minded about this. Could it be a possibility that Coach Tressel was not the only one who knew about these emails? I'm not sure. There is speculation that the president of Ohio State, the athletic director of Ohio State, knew about this before even went to Tressel. The only thing we have on file is the conversation between the unidentified individual in relation to the tattoo parlor owner and the head coach of Ohio State. It's the only thing we have on file. And we can base from that is a sense of Jim Tressel trying to protect his players, but at the same time knowing that if he says something to the NCAA, knew this was wrong. If he says something to the NCAA, you're gonna have to suspend your best player from the 2010 season. Your best player. Do you really want to go to your fans? Do you really want to go to the student body, to the university? Do you want to go to your alumni and to your fans around the country and announce that Terrell Pryor, due to selling of his stuff that, since it was given as a prize to the university, to him, he's not allowed to sell, which to me is idiotic at best. Because of that, Terrell Pryor cannot start in the 2010 season. Yeah, that's a bit... It's wrong. It's criminal that it has to come down to that. It really is. It's very criminal that that's the case. I'm going to base it on that. But not be shocked if there's another possibility that the president and the athletic director also knew about this, which is why they was very protective of Jim Tressel, assuring that no matter what happens, he has his job. No matter what happens, he has his job. It's really kind of a funny way to go about things. No matter what happens, and Jim Tressel, he's a good guy. There's no denying that he's a good guy. His body of work illustrates it. He, up to this point, and I know he has some stuff going on at Youngstown State, but up to this point, his tenure at Ohio State, as far as being a class act, as far as being a professional, has been squeaky clean. There's no denying that, whether you're an Ohio State fan or not. There's no denying that this guy presents the correct type of image that a major university, that one of the elite universities in this country should be portraying. And he wears nice vests, sweater vests. The same. No homo. But there are consequences for illegal actions that he was not going to share unless Yahoo Sports, and the identified source, said it themselves. And it's troubling, but I think it's the right call to make. As a biased fan, I say nothing should happen. But as a realist, what I see happening, there's going to be a couple of scholarships going away. There'll be a couple of scholarships going away for the foreseeable future, for a year or two. I see the 2010 season being wiped out. I see it being wiped out. If you're playing players that you eventually know that are illegal players by rule. Now the rule is stupid, but they're illegal players. The 2010 season could be wiped out completely. And I see the NCAA increasing the suspension to 5 games. Now, you do realize, to match the players, now you do realize that Ohio State is one of the top countries. The NCAA has proven in the past, like I said, that they are very protective of their brand. They're much at fault as anybody as well. You're not going to see, I don't see Jim Tressel losing the entire 2011 season. I don't see it happening. I see the suspension increasing. But he'll be back, how conveniently, just in time for Nebraska. For the Nebraska game.